Welcome back to Ace Attorney Chronicles!
I think things are getting good now.
It's been a few days since our last stream.
So we didn't look in the cubby.
Oh god. Ooh.
I mean, it wouldn't have. Our choices would have been the same thing, but still.
Hold it!
Right, I hear that.
So, you were already in the omnibus before it even set off on its run?
Well, yeah, I mean, what's the point of spending a joy to make a few bob, eh? That's a rum idea, ain't it?
Idea? Bad idea?
Yeah.
I suppose she means there's no point spending money to make money? That actually makes sense.
Counsel, may I remind you that this girl is a petty thief? Kindly refrain from entertaining her tenants. Well, does that clear up any little mystery of the fares and all? For paying passengers 5 pence apiece, making the 20 of which the cabin man testified. I mean, that math adds up.
For paying passengers at 5 pence apiece. Yeah, it checks out.
And one little scapegrace riding for free.
Everyone else paid for her ticket.
Yep.
We're currently eating dinner while streaming and recording there.
We're having soup.
So I think Beppo could actually make the argument that, oh yeah, there were 5. So...
Well, it's too late now. He admitted to overcharge. But he could have before, if he knew about it. The red conch of a driver always goes for some grub before his last run, see? So that's when I slip into the carriage to get myself riding under the seat, nice and easy, right?
But your hiding place is a storage compartment. Full of equipment for the coach, no?
Yeah, there's brushes and buckets and whatnot in there, sure. I always chuck it all out and cram it in the corner somewhere. No one ever seems to bother much.
And yet, according to the report filed by the police officer who first arrived at the scene, the compartment was full of such paraphernalia. Would that be the right use of that word?
Paraphernalia. Yeah, because
Paraphernalia.
Yeah, isn't paraphernalia just stuff? Like a lot of stuff.
Nondescript stuff.
Yeah.
Specifically stuff you can't list.
I mean,
due to lack of knowledge.
But we don't know what was in there because it's gone now.
Yeah, I guess that would be the proper use of it, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Well, I don't know nothing about that. I don't know why I went something there. Like I said, I moved all the stuff. I moved all that stuff out so I could hide under the seat. That's all I can tell you. I'm trying not to be southern.
Go southern.
No.
Yay ho!
Yeah, hey, motherfucker. It seems we've reached the end of this line of inquiry. Continue.
it!
Waste of time? Why is that?
Well, most nights I'm on my own in the God Permit, or at least some of the time. I beg your pardon? Did you say God Permit? Oh yeah, well, that what we can call it. You say the omnibus, I suppose. The point is, any normal run, the carriage ain't got no one in it for a while.
That's when you come out of your hiding place and get out? Or get away?
That's it, only that night. This cove was sat in my seat from the start. And he didn't budge the whole way, did he? Now in it, I was totally stuck. Do you mean to tell us that that you were present in the carriage from the duration? You were under the seat the entire time while events unfolded in the enclosed cabin? Yeah, right, mister? To be sure. I was as shocked as anyone. You don't expect to lift a cushion you've been sat on and find a child now, do you? I mean, no.
He was planning on stuffing the body in there. So this Miss Lestrade, couldn't possibly be the culprit then.
Hold it!
So you couldn't see out into the cabin at all.
Not a jot. Most days I push the cushion up with me head and look out the crack. Then I can have a butcher's at who I'm gonna fiddle.
I thought you were a pickpocket, not a butcher.
I mean, I can have a look. The seat I got on it ain't as plush as the other one, see? So most of the time, the passengers plant themselves opposite. I think, yeah, they did comment on that.
Looks equally plush to me. Wait.
You said reasonably soft for that one.
And he doesn't say anything there.
So maybe she's right. But it might be harder because of the hinge door. But for some reason that night, the Irishman spent the whole journey right over me head.
And for that reason, you weren't able to push the cushion up and peek out. I see.
Truth is, I ain't got too happy with small, dark places. Feel too much like I'm being thrown to the clique. But it's the only place I got hiding in carriages, so it's the option's choice.
Why doesn't she just stick to pickpocketing people's pockets in the open then?
Because that would be too obvious.
It say there's some reason that she's not letting on, judging from her demeanor.
So anyways, I was a bit scared, but I had to just stick it out under there. Nothing else for it.
Hold it!
When you say a loud bang, do you mean the noise of someone falling to the floor?
Could have been, I suppose. I don't remember so well. Point is, that made me jump. I mean, she can't prove what that thud was, because she couldn't see.
Yeah. You let out a scream involuntarily?
That's right. And then I felt the cushion over me head get lighter all of a sudden.
Presumably when the defense got up in order to help the victim, yes? Or not. It could equally have been the moment the accused stood in order to stab his victim. Could it not?
Well, girl, did you see what happened at that crucial moment? Yeah, I saw it.
That's...
I pushed up the cushion and I put butchers while I had the chance, didn't I? The Irishman was sitting up with the book falling on the floor on the seat opposite. That matches what Mrs. McGilded's account, of course. But then the fellow suddenly turns around and looks right at me. I stuck back down again, but it was too late by then. I should have never risked looking.
Wait... Does that mean when she peered out, the guy was still alive?
I mean, how long do you think it took him to die from that? I think at least, like, what do they have done?
It doesn't say it was instant, at least.
Yeah, I bet he at least survived a couple minutes.
Hold it!
And when Mr. McGilded discovered you, he pulled you out from your hiding place.
I was scared stiff, I was. He dragged me out of this and sat me down on the seat and all.
Next to the victim, Mr. Mason.
Yeah, the bloke had a knife in his guts. He was still bleeding. Then the carrot swiped a bit and I ended up falling onto him. And he ended up falling onto me. Ugh, how awful. Both my hands got covered in blood and made me feel sick as a dog.
That's weird things.
Oh, the gloveless hands.
Who killed him?
Suddenly there was a sixth person there.
The only one who actually could have is our defendant. If you think, God.
Hopefully. I mean, do we have to prove that someone else did it to clear his innocence? Because in a real court, you wouldn't have to prove who else did it. You would just have to prove that your client didn't necessarily. You just to prove that he could, with. You don't even have to prove that he, like, didn't do it. You just have to prove that there's some doubt that he could have not did it.
Both her hands covered in blood? That must have been what the rooftop passengers saw. After After that, I believe you talked with Mr. McGilded for a while. Is that correct?
He asked me more. He asked me some stuff. Wanted to know me name and what I was up to and that. Then I heard something from above. Someone screamed. Yes, Mr. Fresh on the roof deck at Windworker's room. I didn't want no one seeing me face, so I didn't look up. Then the horses were drawn up smartish, and that Sir Irishman says to me, get back under the seat, I'll see you can get away later. All 6 members of the jury have decided the defendant was innocent. But Von Zeeks was like, nah, bitch.
For one brief shining moment, yes.
It's clear that they are still very unsure. Well, I'd be too.
Yeah.
Something's not adding up. If we could just find some conclusive piece of evidence among this new testimony, I'm sure we would clinch the verdict we want.
Yeah, I think you're right. I have this niggling feeling. Niggling?
Niggling.
Niggling.
Isn't that snug?
I tickle the toast with my beard. Something's bothering me. I just can't quite put my finger on it.
But that random blood that wasn't there before?
Was there a second murder?
Oh my god. Alright. What's our evidence? Because Gilda didn't react to anything. No.
There's no contradiction there.
That has nothing to do with the case. Not really. That doesn't help us really. Because I just said she didn't see any.
Let's see.
But we pressed everything, so I don't know what else we can do. And nothing, there's nothing really in the carriage, like if it was... I don't think.
I think we're supposed to present the blood stain on the floor.
But is that not
Trying to... Nope, that was a failure.
Okay.
You okay? What's wrong?
If I heard a second, oh, you did something wrong.
You okay?
Okay, so this is one of those stupid ones where you have to press them a specific order.
Oh my
We have
god.
to press statement 5 and then press statement 3, and then McGilden should react positively, and then we can get some more information. I hate these. And yes, I looked it up because I knew we were not gonna figure that out.
5, then 3.
Yep. That's why I like when they have the little dots so you can figure out.
We just pressed 5.
Did you just press 5?
The last one we pressed was 5.
Okay.
Hold it!
Not a jaunt. Most days I push the cushion up with my head and look at the crack. Are you sure you didn't do anything else before you pressed it? Then I can have a butcher's of whom I'm gonna fiddle. Press statement 5 again, and then press 3.
Right, because I presented that.
Yeah, because that'll...
Well,
Oh.
no.
No, it worked.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Is something wrong, Mr. McGilded?
Oh! Oh, I do apologize. Was there something the matter, Consul?
I'm just wondering if Mr. Lestrade's last comment made something occur to you, perhaps. You seem to be thinking something to yourself.
Oh, no. 'Twas nothing important. I was feeling bad for the poor lass is all. I remember feeling desperate myself as a young lad, shut up in the dark. 'Twas terrified, so it was.
I see. Yes. I'm sure we can all sympathize. I'm still scared of the dark now.
So am I, honestly. I don't like not being able to see.
Fun fact, you're not scared of being alone in the dark. You're scared of not being alone in the dark.
Yep. I like to be able to see my surroundings in case there's something there. I'm not scared of the dark, I'm scared of something being in the dark. Hey!
It's me, not go digitally you.
No! Hey, I don't know about yourself, but I find the darkness seem to make everything you hear seem that much more louder as well. Yeah. I suppose it does, maybe.
Miss Lestrade? Did you hear something that night? Anything? An unusual noise, perhaps? God, he's leaning over that bench.
Yeah.
God,
He's like, please give me something, we have nothing.
if he leans any farther, he's going to make Michael Jackson jealous.
Nah, not really. I could hear was the Irishman snoring. Be jerks! Baldy checkers? There's no need to tell the whole world of me. Balbies, you little scamp. What a pity. If only Miss Lestrade had heard something, it might have given us a vital new clue.
Yeah. What should we make of the last statement of hers?
We should make her add it. It's always, with these games, it's always better to have them add shit to their testimony than not.
But it seems so insignificant. It's profoundly important.
Trust me,
it
always.
Such a Herculean leap in logic with these ones.
Yeah, but like, we have nothing on those other statements, so we need a new statement.
My lord. My lord. Stormtrooper.
So,
Lord. Lord. I believe the statement just made by the witness is profoundly important.
profoundly important, but all she said was that she heard nothing. Collins with the judge.
Actually, now that he says it that way, it's important became clear. The absence of something is something.
Because she should have heard something more, right?
The returning plane paradox.
Mm. I don't know. I don't know that.
Okay, so some scientists during World War II took some planes and jotted down some dots everywhere they were shot. And so they were thinking, hey, we should add more armor to these areas.
Oh.
Then someone else, I don't remember who it was, but said, no, that's where a plane can get shot and still come back.
Yeah, that's right. I remember you telling me about that now.
The places they haven't been shot should be armored more. Because if they get shot there, they go down. I think it was return bias. So, the absence of noise or absence of hearing something is something.
But you think since they kind of knew each other, they would have talked or something?
Exactly. But they didn't. They didn't even acknowledge each other existing.
Which is suspicious on its own.
Yes, which is the profoundly important point. I'm almost sure of it.
I'm almost sure I don't understand your inner workings of your Eastern Mind Council. Nevertheless. Miss Gina Lestrade, you will supplement your formal testimony by repeating it in the last statement, please. What? Supplement? What are you on about? Don't give me all your fancy talk. I know you're trying to do well, but it won't work on me.
That's right, insult the judge. Always a good move.
You couldn't have been starting that loud, dude.
Hold it!
So you're straining to hear what was happening the entire time. Since that moment, you hid yourself.
Not exactly, no.
Sorry?
There's no one else in the cabin to start with. I could just push the cushion up to have a butcher's to see what was what. But then when I saw the swell get on, I got me head down so I didn't notice me.
And Mr. McGill did sat on the seat under which you were hiding, correct?
Yeah, wouldn't you Adam and Eve it? Eh, what a bug.
Adam and Eve it?
That's what it says.
He has a shocked face. I don't want to pursue that.
There's nothing to pursue. There's no explanation why.
But he did react.
I know, I'm just saying.
Excuse me.
Oh, well, what did that mean, fella? I was just like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
You need to press that again.
Yeah.
Hold it!
Adam and Eve it.
That's what it said, okay? I just read it.
Yeah, it's just...
It's a weird thing. Oh my gosh, have you seen kind of those old comics, like some of the slang that used to be said even like 60 years ago? It's like, what the heck? So all I could do was listen.
Such as?
I don't remember exactly what it was, but I remember seeing a panel from like it's either Batman or Superman comic because they were both together, and yeah, I can't remember what it was, but I remember it sounded horribly out of context in modern setting.
Out of context comics?
Yeah. I was waiting to jump out there as soon as I heard him leave, see? But would he? Not likely. Even though we stopped there and there, I never heard the door open. So I just had to stay put and listen to him driving his pigs to the market, snoring like an old dog he was.
Are there any conclusions we can draw from that, I wonder?
It doesn't add up. The door should have opened at least once, because then
Miss Lestrade, what you've just told the court is clearly at odds with the facts.
Ah? At odds? Are you sure, man?
Absolutely. It seems my learned Nepicene friend is not as dull-witted as I feared. So Von Zeke realized it too.
Counsel! I must insist that you bolster your claim with evidence, or some complicit party's name at the very least.
Yes, my lord.
I expect you to demonstrate this alleged contradiction to the court.
According to Miss Lestrade, while she was hiding in the omnibus that night, she heard nothing but the sound of Mr. McGill snoring. But think, Renosuke, think.
Think, man. Think.
Should we do the evidence of him in the bus being stabbed?
No,
Or him himself?
Him himself, because that
Very well, my lord. Allow me to elaborate.
because she wouldn't. He has to get in the bus before she could have heard him die.
On a particular sound that Miss Lestrade would have failed to hear on that night in question. The sound very clearly explained by the presence of the following person.
Thrice fired Mason.
Take that!
Thrice fired Mason.
Yes, my lord. The sound that Miss Lestrade can't have failed to hear is the victim, Mr. Mason, boarding the omnibus.
Order! Order! Explain your reasoning, counsel.
Miss Lestrade, allow me to confirm something. You claimed earlier that you were the first person on board the omnibus, is that correct?
Yeah, of course I was. I got out while the driver was in the pub, didn't I?
And the next person aboard the bus was Mr. McGilden.
That it was. Not a soul in the cabin when I climbed aboard. At least not in plain sight.
So you were all... to all intents and purpose, alone in the enclosed cabin of the omnibus at that time.
Did I not just say as much? I wasn't traveling with anyone else, if that's what you mean. Yeah, I saw him get out, remember? Throw the cracker under the seat cushion, huh? He is on his own for sure, huh?
From what we've heard, the carriage made a number of stops after that on its onward journey. During which time, did you not hear the door opening or closing at all?
Nah, I never heard it. That's exactly what I was listening for, wasn't it? Waiting for the swell to leave.
In which case, when and how did the victim end up in the carriage?
Ah! We know that the victim.
We know that the victim collapsed inside the enclosed cabin of the omnibus. Therefore, Miss Lestrade's statement about what she did or did not hear is at odds with the facts.
Ah!
Yes, this pretty thieves' statement is clearly flawed.
Petty.
Oh, petty.
Lord Von Zix. Sorry. Lord Von Zix.
Okay, you recall how I was explaining soul gems in Skyrim?
Yeah.
There's a petty soul gem. I only showed Toast, Grand, and Greater soul gems for the example. But yeah, there's petty soul gems. For like the first year of me playing Skyrim, I thought they were pretty soul gems.
Pretty.
With pretty soul.
Yeah. They like to. They don't like to let things go.
Oh, I love you.
I love you too.
Yes! He knew all too well that there was an inconsistency in Miss Lestrade's statement. It would seem words of thanks are in order for my learned friend. What are you talking about? You have demonstrated matters. You have demonstrated matters impeccably. This witness and her colorful statements are entirely unreliable. Her word is her words are convenient untruths, nothing more.
Lady, no. She didn't even say nothing. She just went guilty.
She didn't even say anything!
Ryunosuke, I didn't want to judge the dear little Mitt just because she had some rather naughty ways. But I must say, I can't abide lives.
Neither can I.
Bruh.
Or, wait. What voice did I give him?
It was deeper than
Oh, neither can I.
No, that was more of juror number 5.
Neither can I. Mr. Foreman? I can't wait to judge the girl I didn't want to judge the girl just because she has some less than salubrious ways. But I must say, I can't abide liars.
Mr. Naruhodo, that's 5 members leaning towards guilty. I don't want to do the.
Well, your consideration for others is refreshing, my Nepicene friend. To the considerable troubles you have spared me.
Again, Momsie's just casually day drinking at work.
That's very irresponsible. Yes, very refreshing.
God, what are you playing at? Have you forgotten who you're working for, you useless Eastern admin? God. Ew. God damn it.
This is carnage. It's perfect.
God, juror number 3.
Number 2 is the only one left.
Thank God, because I don't want to do another, summonation. Mr. Naruhodo, the way this is going.
No. I can't find some new way to convince everyone Mr. McGilded's innocence. The jury will rule and we will have lost.
No, I don't want to.
Say your lines.
I very much wanted to believe the words of the London's most respected gentleman, but those of us in service know we must accept hard truths.
Hold it!
Yes, the witness's last statement seems to have revealed a critical inconsistency in her story. However, if if we consider the possibility that her statement is in fact the truth, it may shed an entirely new light on the whole case. What are you saying?
Counsel? I'm sorry, sir. Whatever do you mean? Counsel, I will not tolerate you attempting to prolong my injunction. Explain yourself at once.
When the accused boarded the omnibus on the night in question, the victim was nowhere to be seen. Subsequently, the carriage door was not heard opening a single time, as testified by the witness in the stand.
And yet the victim's body was found inside the carriage.
Okay, so I'm going to call this part. Bye.